Okay, we're going to look at race 1 from Quirindi on Monday. It's a 1200 metre maiden for fillies and mares. Overall, it's not the strongest race we've ever seen. One that really stands out on the 30 to 1 line is Cantear, which is number 2. This horse here, as you can see, it's available at 30 to 1 with Sportsbet at the moment. We're just going to have a quick look at the form associated with this horse. The overall field, we've got 14 runners in the field. Cantear is in number 2. As mentioned just before. It's overly well bred by authorised out of a mare called Is Veronica. It's only been to the track 4 times under official race conditions. It's this start here that we're interested in, the 3rd of 14 at Scone, when it flew home from off the pace behind Dadash and Crixus at the odds of 70 to 1. It's only beaten 1.7 lengths that day. It was over 1100 metres. So the step up to the 1200 is definitely going to suit this horse. If we have a look at the horses that have come out of that race since, the winner of the race, Dadash, another very well bred one by Bernardini. It was coming into that race off the back of winning a trial at Randwick, where it knocked off Red Knot and Better Future by 1.8 lengths. And sort of franks the form to a major degree after winning a trial at Randwick. Horse that came second in that race, Crixus, well-related Flying Spur, 4-year-old gelding, out of a mare called Quack. Placed 6 of 16 in its career so far. Admittedly hasn't won yet, but overall the form does stand up. After finishing second here to Dadash in the Cantear race at Scone on the 22nd of March. Then raced at Scone a few starts later and once again finished second, only beaten 0.1 of a length. It's a form franked to a good degree. And if we look at the actual race in depth, that maiden, you'll see here's Cantear finishing 3rd. We're going to have a quick look at the horses finishing just behind, which are Nobo, Mount Bank, Spinner's Choice, Mr. Schultz and more. As you can see, Cantear was beaten 1.7. Just to duck back quickly, the winner of the race, Dadash, made all. As you can see, it was first at the 800, first at the 400. The horse second came from off the pace just like Cantear did, 13th at the 800, 12th at the 400. Now, just to go a bit further into the race, the horse that finished 4th, Nobo, then came out and finished 3rd at Taree behind Kate's Pearl and Mount Dara, only beaten 0.6 of a length. Both times from on-pace positions, suggesting that the leaders may have been suited that day. 5th home was a Lonro 3-year-old gelding. There it is, finishing 5th in the Dadash Crixus maiden, beaten 3.3. As we know, Cantear was only beaten 1.7. Start before was only beaten 0.2 of a length by Nix Vendetta in a 3-year-old 15k maiden. Only 2.6 lengths off Hellhole, the start before that, in a 22k maiden. Spinner's Choice, the next horse, finished 6th. 3rd in a trial at Wyong just before that, beaten only 0.3 of a length by Gone Viral. 7th, sorry, Mr. Schultz comes out and finishes 2nd at Beaumont. 2nd at Beaumont at its next 2 start for $22,000 purses. Once again, the form's been franked there, you'd have to think. And Riverdane, back in 8th, beaten 4.9 the start before, beaten 5.2 at Cessnock. Not necessarily franked to a major degree, but still at the end of the day, beaten pretty similar margins. So overall, at the 30 to 1 that's been offered on Sportsbet at the moment, you'd have to think Cantear is well placed here in Quirindi race 1. Race jumps Monday, 1:15 p.m. Have a quick look at the place market. You get 7.5 for the place about Cantear. That's just absolutely sensational odds. Stepping up to the 1200 metres, pretty well suited. Drawn down in the 7 alley. If we go and have a look at the barrier position stats, the 7 draw just as popular as anything else around the middle of the line here. Let's have a quick look at the breeding of the horse. Cantear, as we said earlier, it's by authorised. Out of Rombom mare is Veronica. Siblings of this horse, it's a half to Come Here, who won 4 from 32, and a half to Ursa King, who won 3 from 27. And if you go back to the dam of the horse, here's Veronica. We'll see that once we get it up, it has group form, Finished 11th in the Arrowfield Stud Stakes. Finished 10th in the San Miguel Pacific Classic 3-year-old Open at Group 3 level. So Connections obviously had a bit of an opinion of it. And it's closely related to Is Ronnie. Oh, it's a full relation to Is Ronnie, who won 12 from 137. Very tough galloper in its own right. Yeah, so at the 30 to 1, you'd really have to think that Cantear has major claims here on the purse, and definitely worthwhile backing on an each way basis. That's our preview for Quirindi Race 1 on Monday.